Let me go to my channel here real quick. What are the goals for Tall Tales? What do you mean by goals is my question for you. Yep, an hour and a half, hour and 24 minutes and 16 seconds. And I think we cut out the first good bit of us just generally talking too. How many mods are required for the server? If I am not mistaken, there's only like 2, maybe 3 mods that are required that you just need to have in your mod folder. But the rest of it's plugins, as it is a plugin based server. Yeah, all good, Trace. All good. Sounds good, Athema. It's gonna be recorded anyway, so you're gonna be all good. It is a voice chat mod. There is a voice chat mod. We might be moving over to Plasmo because it muffles sound between blocks, so walls, essentially. So, yeah, Lucid is working on that from last I checked, so it'll be good to use. Yeah, really simple, simple voice mod, Optifine. You're gonna need Optifine, by the way. You need Optifine to use the texture pack because Za is our texture pack person and we have custom models and everything, so. That's okay, Athema. You don't have to have questions. I appreciate you being here either way. Oh, just to put this out there as well, for those who have applied and who are possibly gonna get in. There is going to be a CurseForge mod pack setup pre-made for you guys to literally just download it and insert into your CurseForge, and it'll be easy access and you'll be able to get on in when we get you in there. I wanted to throw that out there though, just to make that a thing so that people just generally know whether you get in or not. Prism launcher? I don't know what that is. Yeah, there's gonna be a CurseForge. I'm gonna make it for Forge and then for Fabric as well. I'm gonna be making one for both because I know some people prefer Fabric. Also, I figured out what was messing up with my Optifine. It was my CMD cam mod that I used for filming like TikToks and cinematics and stuff. It messes with my Optifine. So, good times. Like, would you like to accomplish feats such as your player limit or have a great big audience? That is actually a really good question. Okay, I just wanted a general idea of what your question was gonna be like, because, like, goals can be a lot of things when it comes to SMPs. Like, a goal, for example, could quite literally be, like, I don't know. One of the goals could be, we want people here. Just people. Like, it doesn't matter if there's anybody there. Like, that's one of the goals I genuinely had when I first started this SMP, because I had no idea if people were going to be interested or not. I don't think Mac works with voice mod, by the way. Oh, big oof. Millions of dollars. Jeez. Okay. Well, here's the thing, too. We also have the downloads for everything, like from texture packs to the mods and all that crap that you need to be able to play on the server. Even then, you actually technically don't need anything to play on the server. It is, however, highly recommended, especially for those who are streaming lore. When it gets to that point in time, when you're streaming lore, it is highly recommended you have the texture pack. Otherwise, you're going to see a bunch of people with pumpkins on their heads, and it is not exactly a great thing. So, yeah, they are client side. Essentially. Oh boy, the pumpkins. Yeah. Yeah, we also, more so me, because I really liked it for, not only for Halloween, but also for other holidays as well. I added in a texture pack that allows you to decorate for the holidays, so that's gonna be interesting, possibly hinting towards something in the future. Teehee. Oh my goodness, yeah. What is one of the most stupid moments that has ever happened in the server, as in silly? Ooh. There's a couple, man. I think there was one in one of the more recent streams, like, now obviously it's been like a month or so since we did lore, but not in the last stream, but the stream before, I was made aware that Trace apparently died like mid lore, and they were trying to, it was a funny moment that they had to recover from. Another time, and I can actually talk about this now because of the whole like coma thing having occurred. We were testing the texture pack before a lore stream, and this was the lore stream that the hospital had opened up. We were testing the texture pack, make sure everything was working. I, however, made the mistake of not removing the unconscious Aori texture, like textured stick from the item frame that was in the hospital room that she was going to be staying in during her coma. And it was seen. Yeah. It was kind of a silly moment. We were like, it's fine, just ignore. Yes, yeah. I think that you were there. You were there, but you were late. You were late to that one. If I don't remember. I'm bringing up your chaotic stuff. Deal with it. Yes, it is, for real. There is quite a few textures in that texture pack that we initially just didn't want to bring on because at the time, not a lot of people had proper PCs, but over time most people upgraded to either upgraded to proper PCs or their PCs just started working with texture packs. So and you're, oh right, I forgot about that. Oh my god, poor Thema died a crap ton during their intro stream. Oh man. Oh geez, it's been chaotic. So PC still hates me and I need an upgrade. That's trapped at one point. I had no escape. Let's just say as admins, we've had our now this is before Duck was an admin, but I've had my fair share of interesting moments as an admin. What kind of stuff is going on for y'all to die this much? Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, here's a funny one that didn't actually happen on stream. I was goofing off, playing, just quote unquote playing God, because I was wearing my Umiya skin. And I was messing around with Zot one day on the server. Well, the very small chance that this normally does not almost ever happen. However, the small chance of striking somebody with lightning and them dying also gives them their items, when they drop to the floor, a slight chance of burning up. That happened. I had to return all his stuff. I felt horrible. Oh my goodness. Alright. Yeah. Poor Zot, honestly. Zot gets bullied. Like, no joke, Zot genuinely gets bullied on that server. Speaking of Zot, hi Zot! Speak of the devil. Teehee. Oh, Zot literally just joined back. What the hell, man? What the hell? No. No, get out. You're not allowed back here, Zot. Frick you. I'm kidding. What is going on? Yeah, sure. What is this? What is happening? This is okay. Are there custom items or weapons? Yes, there are. There are custom items and weapons. To the extent of texture pack wise. There is no special abilities necessarily, but there are like custom things. Thanks to the amazing Zot over here. I'm gonna give him a bit of credit here, considering he's the one that literally makes it possible for us to have a custom texture pack. I have an idea of what I'm doing, but I'm not as knowledgeable as he is, so... Can we raise our hands? I think we have that turned off, mainly because last time it got spammed. Yeah, no hand raising. If anything, we can drag you up ourselves. Yeah. No, I'm aware. Which one of the members are the designated bullied one? Elucid. Elucid. Poor Elucid, genuinely, like, existing gets bullied. Breathes, gets bullied. Speaks, gets bullied. Joins the server, gets bullied. Exists as an admin, gets bullied. It's obviously, like, nothing too harsh. We still care about Elucid, but he's just become the designated bullied person on the server. I don't even know entirely how it happened. I think I was the one that started it, and it spiraled. Say if anything suddenly comes up and a character such player cannot play for a large amount of time, would there be a backup for them, or would it leave that character such player out of everything until that character such player can come back? So that is actually a really good question. I don't think that's in the fact. So the initial... Okay, hold on. Let me backtrack a little bit. When I initially started Tall Tales, we had started figuring this stuff out, and the general idea was that if somebody had to either permanently leave or temporarily leave, the default excuse was that their character decided to leave and try to find another way out of the world, or something along those lines, trying to figure out a way out of the world through another portal, henceforth. But what I initially had wanted was there to be custom ways for these people to leave. However, that did not happen. I cannot discuss why that did not happen necessarily, as for some people that did leave, the reason why they left is private. So, yeah. Trust me when I say, when Tall Tales first started, there was quite a few people who, ended up leaving, and it was just, some of it was just a combination of some people literally just left, and some people were not fit to be on the server anymore. So, any more questions? Yeah, fair enough. What are the influences on Tall Tales? Like, what were you all inspired by? Ooh. For Tall Tales. Like, okay. Are you asking me specifically as in what inspired me to start Tall Tales, or what inspires generally everybody? The initial idea of the server. Okay. So that is a question for me. What did inspire me? I think... I'm trying to think here now. Okay. So, when I initially thought of the idea, it was I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. I had been wanting to own an SMP at that point in time for a good while. I just didn't know necessarily what to do with it. And, one day, I think I was on stream. I was streaming. I believe I was in a call with Plex, and I believe I was in a call with Sky. And we were just chilling out on stream. I think somebody mentioned it, or we were talking about an SMP. Okay, no, I think I remember now. Okay, so I'm not looking to badmouth an SMP at all here. Because I love this SMP dearly. It's a great SMP. It's just unfortunate a lot of us are very busy most of the time, so I'm not going to mention the name here, okay? But there's an SMP that I was a part of, that I'm still a part of, I should say, that had just gone very dead, very inactive, unfortunately, just due to everybody generally being busy and just, it was just, nobody was really available to be active. Why are we spamming LOL in the chat, guys? Please don't, because this is going in a YouTube video. And I think we were talking about the fact that it was just so inactive, and like us three single-handedly were keeping it alive at that point. Like, we were the only ones being active consistently every single day. We were doing stuff every day, and we finally got burnt out. And we were just talking about it because we were ironically on that server trying to figure out stuff to do. We were just kind of meandering around, farming, whatever. And I think it just came up in conversation of how it became inactive. And I was like, well, maybe I'll start my own SMP or something, because I'd been interested in it. And then we just generally went for the idea. We started looking into, like, actually, what I started doing was looking up. What I would do was think of a name that I liked for the SMP and see if it was an existing name already. And when I knew I wanted it to be lore-based, I knew that I wanted it to be D&D character-based wise. Like, I wanted the characters to be from D&D because I knew that was fairly popular to do that. So we and then I came up with the name Tall Tales, because in my mind, when I was thinking Tall Tales, I mean, backtracking a little bit, when you think of the phrase Tall Tales, not the SMP, but the phrase, you think of mythical or just myths or urban legends, kind of, to some extent, because it's a tall tale, it's not real. But it's enjoyable and it's well liked. And that was what one of my things was when I not only made the SMP, but also named the SMP, was the fact that I wanted the title to have a definition. I wanted it to have meaning. Hence the reason why it's called Tall Tales. I can't really tell you what inspired me, however, for the storyline. I will say I took a little bit of inspiration from Remnant SMP, but really not a lot. The main inspiration that I took was the portal, like there being a portal to get into the world. But I feel like that's just a general thing for most SMPs nowadays. There's some form of a portal, and it has some form of importance, which is whatever. I mean, because, literally it varies from the nether portal to whatever portal you want it to be. But yeah, that's generally what got the server going. If you can't stream, can you get in? Most likely not. As this time around, I really wanted content creators to be a part of it, as I really want this story to be out there. Is there anything you would go back and change in season 1 to make season 2 better? Honestly, would have been a little bit more firm with rules and just restrictions to some extent, because, for example, I'm not gonna say names here, obviously, but there were a couple of rules broken when the server first started. Multiple people actually tunneled throughout underneath the town, and I thought I had iterated it that it was not to be, you were not supposed to go down like underneath there unless you were like at diamond level, basically. So like unless you were diamond level, it was not okay. Because I myself have dug under the town, but it was literally me mining for diamonds. So, but that was a general thing. Also, yeah, the stealing at the beginning was really disappointing to hear about. Somebody got removed because of stealing. Also, a couple of other reasons, but because of stealing. But I also would have planned out more when it came to generally the lore buildings, because if you haven't been on the Twitter, if you haven't seen the Twitter, you've been under a rock here, because, all of you have been in the server here, the fan server, for a while. You've been living under a rock if you don't know what's been posted on the Twitter. We've updated the entire town. We updated the castle forever ago, but like we've updated the entire town. So there's just, I wish we would have had more planning when it came to building the town. That's on me though, because usually when I just pull stuff out of my brain, it works, but that does not work when it comes to towns and cities like that, like how I had initially did it. When making media, like when will new peoples be joining? That is not to be disclosed yet, as we're still interviews will be starting tomorrow. So would making media like shows or audio dramas count as a content creator? Like hypothetically, someone who makes shorts for the characters that people can upload to their channels. If you're not doing it right now, I'm gonna say no. But we already have intentions of making shorts for the characters of Tall Tales so that it is more inclusive and there's more content other than just streaming going out to the fan server. Is SMP scripted, or do you give people a character to play? Neither actually. So the only stuff that is scripted, even then, it's literally like, okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna say this. Technically, it is somewhat scripted to the extent of we plan out the events beforehand, but other than that, it is literally all improv. It is all improv. We have, quite literally for lore, there are general goals and then the end goal of a lore stream, and then it is literally improv from there. I'm glad you like the new buildings. And generally, we usually have people come with their own characters, but there has been there have been characters on the SMP who are like, hey, there are these characters from my character's backstory that if somebody did not have a character and they couldn't come up with one, I have one. Now, obviously, we really would prefer to stray away from having to do that, but if that works out better, it works out better. Is there any rules on making a personal base or no? It just has to be away from lore, like related builds. So there will be, when you get in, there'll be information about that. So don't worry about it. Don't be stressing about it. Improv nights. We do. Yes, we do actually have improv nights. Those are fun. Where we just literally get into a VC and just improv any lore with said character, or even a new character if you would like to. Is the recap coming out soon? Yeah, the second part for the recap of season 1 just actually posted like a couple minutes ago. So if you want to go watch that after this, feel free. Plex and I have been collaborating on making, yeah, go for it, a recap of season 1. There will be a short recap for the beginning of like a stream or something that I personally am going to be working on, but I can't discuss that any further. Audio drama being sorted, like the Magnus archives. I have no idea what that is. Will there be a certain playlist for ambiance that you will be playing in the background, or will it all be randomized? I don't play music usually when I do lore. Usually you don't want to, especially if you want to turn it into some form of a recording, which is what I initially wanted to do for Tall Tales. But when I started Tall Tales, I was still in high school, so I was very busy, and then I became more busy after I graduated. So there's that. But if you yourself have a playlist or like a certain type of music that you want to have in your ambiance when you're streaming for lore, if you get in, that's completely up to you. But again, there will be certain rules discussed if you get in. Skyrim music go burr. I don't know about Skyrim music, so. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my. Fair enough. If I get in, I'll be playing Terraria music for real. Okay. you excited for season 2? I am. I mean, considering what my character went through during season 1, I'm very excited because I had to take a step back for reasons I'm not going to discuss because I'm not going to discuss them for right now, because most people already know the reason if they're members. If they're not members, though, you don't need to know. So, you're gonna play clown music? I don't recommend that. Yeah, I'm very excited for season 2 because there's already been a lot of planning. A lot of planning. We already have general ideas of what we want season 2 to be, but they're not going to be discussed as it is meant to be a general surprise. Can you record the lore and send the recording in if you can record if streaming is not an option with current hardware? If you're saying like, can you record lore and post it on YouTube? I'm totally fine with that. You have to, like, being in the SMP, you have to be some form of a content creator nowadays. I am gonna say this right here, right now. For current members, the new rules do not apply with them, as they have been grandfathered in. If you don't understand what that means, essentially, they were here before those rules existed, and it does not make sense, because they've done nothing wrong to deserve removal, for them to get removed because of those new rules. Do characters in previous seasons have a better chance being in the next season, or are you gonna have totally different people? Oh, no, so we're not, I don't know if, I don't think I thought I made this fairly clear. People are just gonna get added. There might be a certain point in time where we either add less people or we, like, don't add people for a season just to, like, balance things out, but, like, nobody's gonna get removed. I mean, there would be, otherwise, season 1 would have 100% not only kept going, but it would have ended completely differently. Like, if I was, okay, this isn't obviously happening, but per se, going with that logic, if I was removing all the current members, I would have not only extended the amount of time for applications, but I would have put it out there a hell of a lot more than I did, because this time around, it was more so a thing of I was literally letting the algorithm do its thing, and I was like, if people get interested, people get interested. If they don't, they don't. End of discussion. I think we're still, yes, you're gonna still be there, Abby. You're not getting removed. Poor Athema if Athema got removed. Athema literally did 4 lore streams. Because, yeah. Not gonna discuss that because that's not my info to share, so. Fair enough. Oh yeah, right. Because technically the first one you were in, you didn't stream it. Because you were literally just entering the world, and that was it. How often would I need to stream lore? Anytime that you're in lore, you need to stream it. Unless you're recording it, which in that case, I would prefer you to be with somebody who is streaming, so that there's a live encounter. But, as long as you're recording it and posting it to YouTube, or posting it somewhere that is watchable, I don't care. This QnA is making me want to change my character. You could very well do that. I know for 100% fact that there was quite a few people who entered the SMP who changed their character as soon as they actually got in. Quite a few people. And I mean quite a few. I think like half the original cast ended up changing either like parts of their character or entirely what their characters were to make sense in the canonical world. Oh, 5, then I didn't stream the interview stream. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you can stream on YouTube. If you can stream, as long as you can either stream it, if you can stream it, I don't care. If you can stream it, stream it. I would not care if you did it on YouTube. Yeah, no, that's completely fine. If you do it on YouTube, totally valid, totally understandable. I mean, I myself at one point was considering moving over to YouTube because of the way that Twitch was going, like the direction. They stopped going in the direction that I didn't like, so it's fine. Just, yeah. literally, I mean, just to give a general basis, as long as you're posting some form of content every, like, hold on, let me think about this here. As long as you're posting somewhat consistently, more than, like, 5 to 6 times a month, and you're streaming a couple times a month, that's good enough for me. Unless you can't stream and you're just strictly, like, video content, which is fine, too. I just would if anything, expect a little bit more content from you. We get in, is there a certain client we need to use? Example, Optifine, Forge, or the regular client? For the most part, I think you can just... you need Optifine, however, you can use any client as long as you're using Optifine. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, if you wanted to do like a channel like that, go for it. Or like videos on that, go for it. That would be really cool, actually. Yeah, obviously, as long as like you're giving proper credit and all that fun stuff, like to people that you're taking clips from their channels or their videos or whatever. I don't think anybody would have an issue with that, unless somebody says it specifically. Which in that case, just keep an eye for that, because you never know, somebody might have certain boundaries around that kind of stuff. But from what I know, considering everybody's been in stream at some point, it's all good. Everyone that is a current member has been streamed multiple times live, so... It's all good. Take your time. It's a good thing I'm recording. So, if anything, if we need to go back through, we can go back through. Because the chat is being recorded by my OBS right now. What the heck? Weird. Again, weird. Okay, hold on. Is it okay if oh, wait, no, wrong question, my bad. What happens if you want to have your character be up to interpretation? Not as much info is known about their personal life. Would not be streaming unless for very big events. Would be acceptable to maintain top secrecy? Not necessarily. I mean, here's the thing too. There's quite a... I mean, I'll just tell you guys flat out. There's so much you guys don't know about Aori. There is so much you guys don't know about Aori. Alone. Like... there is a crap ton that not even some of the admin know about, because it's just between me and Plex, because Plex and I are OG members and I'm the owner, so however, depends on what your definition of secrecy is, because if your character is just not going to be existent, then no, your character has to be around. That is one of the requirements. You got to be around. Like, obviously, if you can't make it to a lore stream, I understand. That's completely acceptable. However, if you are available and you're going to be in lore, but you're not interacting with anybody, what are you doing? Respectfully, what are you doing? Talk to people. Talk. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, as long as you're not breaking the rules of lore and not saying stuff that's not supposed to be said, you're good and golden. As in, he shows up in other streams very often. I mean, that's literally what Squeaky did. That's what Elucid did with Squeaky. Squeaky couldn't talk. Well, quote-unquote couldn't talk. Squeaky is Elucid's character, and Squeaky is a Kenku. And initially, when TTSMP started, the only person that knew Squeaky could talk was Aori. No one else knew. Literally everybody else, they thought he was a speechless bird that could mimic words or phrases. So, I mean, that's literally what Squeaky did. But no one knows his POV. See, that part, I don't know. I'm not too sure if you were to get into the SMP, I'd have to have a talk with you about it, depending on what your plan is, because, like, I don't see that being really reasonable, so I hope I'm not foreshadowing. Let's say a player does something to the SMP or says something in the SMP to get someone or you banned. What would your alternative be? My alternative? Nobody could get me banned. I'm the owner. I am the owner. I don't think you can ban me. Good. You could try, though. You could try. Banned off Twitch. Ah, okay. Well, personally for me, if I were to get banned off Twitch, I would go over to YouTube. I'd announce it in my personal Discord. I'd also probably announce it in the Tall Tales Discord, being like, hey, got banned on Twitch. I don't know if Twitch has a account recovery process entirely, as I've never had to worry about being banned, necessarily. However, I assume there is some form of a account recovery process, so if anything, I would probably mention that I'm looking to recover my account, but until then, I'll be streaming over on YouTube, and all that jazz. Yeah, I would just go over to YouTube, and if YouTube ends up getting me banned too, there's TikTok, and if I get completely banned, then I just make an announcement that I, until I get my accounts back, I'd either make brand new accounts so that I could, still continue to give you guys content, or depending on the status of said, like, ban removal, I'd just announce that I gotta wait a bit till I can come back. I know that'll be a permanent ban for that person. Oh, jeez. I would never wish for anybody to get permanently banned off of Twitch unless they truly deserve it. Like, if you're saying something that awful, you deserve to be banned. Is it cool to have different species than what was listed on the application form? There's quite a few different species that aren't listed on the application form, bro. I mean, we literally have a cat. Cat, say hi. Yeah, theme is a fairy. Yeah. Wren? Oh, yeah, I think they were like ram or... Beth, before they unfortunately left, was a sheep mix of some form. There's literally a half demon, half enderman. I mean, that's Trace. Trace is literally a half demon, half enderman due to experimentation from his previous world. All good, Napkin, all good. Yeah, as long as you're not making a Mary Sue... you are, yeah, you're half elf, half fairy. I mean, there's also a half elf, half human, which is Abby. My character personally is a night elf. Halite is an elytron, but according to like D&D stuff, is like an angel, so like they're tall as hell. But there's also some customizations to that as well, because it's not directly perfect D&D characters. They're based off of D&D, though. So, some people don't know what a Mary Sue is. So, a Mary Sue is essentially overpowered mother fricker that should not exist. AKA, when you were a kid, if you made a character, your character had all the powers and could take all the powers and would be all the powers and was powerful as hell and couldn't die and whatever else the reason would be. Yeah, basically. Oh, kind of. Okay, wait. Some people will get this. If you played mermaids at pools with random kids as a kid, and and you had all the water powers in the world, that's a Mary Sue. Oh my god. So someone uploaded something in my Discord when I was streaming. It was something bad. Oh, is the queen the maker? Wait, what? Hold on. Is the main character what? I'm confused. There is not necessarily a main character. I will say this real quick. Aori was becoming the main character. I didn't want her to be the main character because I want this to be a collective story. Yes, Aori was definitely the main perspective for a good bit. Only because, and I'm not saying this to be like shameful or anything towards anybody here, but I have the largest like personal community. Like I have the not only like the largest but also most active, the largest and most active like community just in general, because Athema has more followers than me, but they took a huge break. So unfortunately that whole fiasco went down, and they've been popping off though over on Twitch. They're popping off. They're doing great. But Athema's got more followers than me. I can confirm that. I just have a more active community. That's it. Won't be for long. Yeah, I kind of figured as much. You'll probably surpass me big time anyway, but just talking about when you were talking about the kids playing. Oh, got it. Okay, I was really confused for a second, but yeah, my bad. You'll def pass me? I don't know, man. I don't know. You don't know that. You don't know. You got it. Full faith. No, you're good. Don't be sorry. You did nothing wrong. If you did something wrong, then I'd expect an apology, but you did nothing wrong. Therefore, I don't expect an apology. I don't know why, but the word apology made me think of Barks root beer, and I really want some right now. Anyway, I gotta go to the grocery store at some point. What happens if you have two personas online? One if is bigger than the other, but you want to stream on the smaller one to not reveal who you are on the bigger one. I mean, if you want to do it like that, I guess, but I mean, respectfully, it'd probably be better for you to stream on the bigger one, unless your smaller one has a more active community, which in that case, that one's better. Doesn't matter necessarily your follow count if your community and your chatters are not active. In my opinion, I would rather have less followers and a more active community / chat than have like a crap ton of followers but have like a dead chat. I don't like people knowing who I am, to be honest. Well, that's why you have like the online persona. I mean, dude, y'all really think I look like a chick with teal wings that wears a black dress and has galaxy eyes? No. That's not what I look like at all in real life, bro. What? Zod, if you actually thought that, I'd be really concerned. What concerns me, though, is that you would be the type of person to think that. Love you, buddy, / platonic. Then be like, I deserve every power because I'm the queen of everything. You can't kill me because I can't die. Children be like, oh my god. Bean Junior, you shush. Only I can tell not to say. I'm kidding. Anyway. Oh, okay. Oh, well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. People might have contacts in, or I think it's called eye paint or something like that, where they literally put colored water in their eyes and it colors their eyes temporarily. Eye paint, yeah. I don't think it's called eye paint, but it's something like that. Is eye paint painful? No. I mean, have you seen cosplayers? Guys, you gotta think about it. cosplayers. There are cosplayers out there who use it literally all the time. Yeah. I changed up my character design big time, but I actually really like it. Like, initially, I made my design for Halloween, but, like, I really like it, so that's my character now. Good times. But anyway, back to questions, if you guys have any more for Tall Tales. If not, that's a-okay if nobody has any more questions. Because it's not like you guys can't just shoot a message, like, for those of you who are members currently, you can always just @ me in the separate channels y'all have access to. And then just generally for people who aren't currently looking to apply, but still have questions, feel free to just ping me in like general or off-topic chat. The death system. Okay, I can tell you this, it is definitely gonna work. So this part is also slightly inspired by Remnant SMP. Where on Remnant SMP, it's kind of up to you to some extent. So if you don't already know of there being a channel, there's a channel that has a listing for the amount of lives each character has. But generally there are the max of 4 lives per character. So now obviously nobody has canonically died yet. Aori came really close to canonically dying, but there's reasons why I didn't have her canonically die, because like I said, she needed to be in a coma rather than come back from dying to an explosion. Is there any mods needed other than voice chat besides like texture packs? I don't think so currently. Besides texture packs, no. But essentially, my general idea would have been that when a character dies in Tall Tales, their body does disappear after death, and they wake up wherever they last slept, essentially. Now, depending on how you die, that can affect how you come back. So, for example, my character on Remnant SMP had nothing wrong with her until she died the first time. Her first death, she exploded due to a end crystal. Now she has permanent purple and red markings and all over her body. Well, not all over, but on like one half of her body, and on top of that, she quite literally glows purple. Would they have any remnants or injuries left over? Essentially, yeah. Abby is going to die if she dies in Ansa. Not necessarily, you don't know that. When's the next game night? Because I missed the last 50 ones. I mean, initially I was thinking, like, depending on how late this went, I was like, hey, if anything, we might turn this into just like a hangout / game night where we could play like Among Us or Hypixel, depending on what people want to play. Or even just goof off on Roblox or something. I don't know if that's what people wanted. But if not, I was gonna probably just head out and chill for the night. That was my plan, personally. I know, Kat. I know improv. Fair enough, fair enough. You come back? What? No? To go in 2 minutes. That's okay. It's, again, we're recording this. That's okay. But if anything, if you're talking about the game night, then we'll probably be around still when you come back, Athema, because I assume I think I know what you're doing, but I could be wrong. I could tell you this, I don't think that would work due to the fact that the time, like the era of time that Ansa is in, there's not phones, there's not even trains, really. And the elevator in the, whatchamacallit, in the, prison is just assumed to be magical. Oh, Oh, got it. Gotcha. Okay, okay. Prison. A pulley system. They don't have that. I mean, they don't really have that. Yeah, exactly. If there is technology, it either came through with you or you created it. That's about it. So, like, technically speaking, I don't remember off the top of my head. I think there was a couple of people who came from modern day society, and they're like, they technically had phones, but they don't work. So, yeah. A world without YouTube? Yep, there's no YouTube. Their entertainment is trying to kill each other. And that is, oh, that's a slight joke, but not even really a joke at this point. But if your character is a future type of technology, I'd have to talk with you, because it depends on what your character's abilities are, because if anything, if your character has to charge, your character's dying. Your character is not coming back. Force lore onto an SMP if it changes everything, you know? Yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing. It's not like you would be able to force it. I wouldn't allow you. It was very convenient. However, most people, there was only a couple people we had to change lore for just because it literally did not make sense. It clashed with current world lore. So, welcome back. None too much. Yeah, Abby's character just came from a modern version of a D&D world. Came through with a laptop and a phone. Neither of them work. So, what if it... What happens if the SMP character you have in mind is from a previous SMP? That can work. Technically speaking, whatchamacallit? I didn't end up doing this, but I was considering coming through with an old character from an SMP that I was removed from. Yes, I was removed from an SMP. Teehee. Anyway, I did nothing wrong. Good times. Yeah. If you have questions on that, you can ask me. I can't tell you a bunch, but I can tell you something. Some things just to make you guys steer clear of a certain SMP. Alright, bye, Thema! But, yeah. I like trains. Yes. 100%, my dude. My Minecraft character, Nebula, is an SMP about royalty. Would that work? Depending, on the lore, yeah. I mean, this person's not currently here, but, there is a character that is, a certain character that intrigued me, is a, person who, in their homeworld, was a goddess. But they're coming to, like, they wanted their character to be coming into Tall Tales with nothing. Like, no powers, nothing. So, a previous goddess to basically immortal. With no abilities whatsoever, which was really interesting. My character would be the type of guy who would apologize if you punched him in the face. Hashtag trauma. LMAO, love that genuinely. I know who you're talking about. You do? You do, Napkin? Oh, I'm that person, LMAO. I know who I'm talking about. And I'm not surprised that Napkin knows, but Napkin, shh. You shh, okay? My character is going to be from... My character is going from a loved king to a peasant. Damn. My character went from having parents to being an orphan. Smile. My character's parents just are gone. It's great. Who needs parents? Oh my god, accurate. Okay, I didn't think you were Napkin, but I just had to put it out there because precautions exist. What if your character has some form of amnesia and or trauma that isn't really wanted to be talked about by said character? Well, I don't know how necessarily you wouldn't talk about the fact that your character doesn't remember stuff, but I mean, yeah, I mean, for example, Athena's character came into Ansa with a bit of amnesia, so, I mean, I think there's a general, like, a small amount of amnesia, because, like, not everybody, not everybody, but most people remembered how they got there, but they didn't understand how, like, it happened necessarily. Because, like, they know how they got there, but no, sorry, rephrase. They know how it happened, they don't know how they got there. Are y'all excited for TwitchCon? I don't think I'll be able to go. I don't even know when it is. I probably have the money to go, however, I don't think I'm gonna be able to. And besides, I wouldn't want to go unless, like, bare minimum, Flex was able to go with me, and then, like, maybe, like, another one of my friends. I don't know. What? Okay. It's oh wait, I would have to fly. Exactly, but I can't drive down there. That is way too far of a drive, bro. Vegas, god damn. I would love to go to TwitchCon, but I don't know. I would be a little wary because whilst I'm not a super popular streamer, I could still very well get recognized, and that is a scary thought. Cosmo just has wings IRL. Dude, if I had wings IRL, I would just fly there, bro. Just fly there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, damn. Okay. Oof. Yeah. Understandable. Understandable, Kayla. Max, I'm ready. I don't read books because school ruined books for me, so. Oh my god, no. Not fairy wings. More so like angel wings. Or like small angel wings. That's the like... Those are the type of wings my character actually would have. I have yet to still like... I still gotta draw a full body, like whatchamacallit, of my new character. I just haven't gotten that far because I've been so busy with drawing the new emotes on my channel. And on top of that, I've been doing commissions. So I've been busy. Oh, and I also have a job on top of all that, guys. It's great. I'm busy as hell, man. And I still do, like... Yes, I do the best that I can. Do I sleep a lot? No. When did I go to bed last night? 3 a.m. When did I wake up? 6:30/7 o'clock. Did I get a nap? Yes, but it was like for an hour. Not even. It was like an hour. Less than that. No, I'm not adopting y'all. Dude, I already have 4 siblings. Respectfully, I never want to have kids. That is due to some personal stuff, though, that maybe will be a YouTube video someday. Who knows? Oh, no, I mean, here's the thing. It will be a YouTube video. I'm just gonna wait till I'm super popular to do it. When I'm up there. When I'm up there with the big dogs. Not there yet, but I will be there someday. I think that's honestly funny enough. Though, I mean, I love my siblings. I just never want to have kids. However, having my siblings actually definitely prepared me for Tall Tales, because the first season, we had so many 11 and 12-year-olds applying, it wasn't even funny. Oh my god, there were so many children. I mean, literal children applying, and I'm like, y'all, like, the original age was supposed to be 13 and older, and like we had people who were like 11 or 12 applying, and I'm just sitting here like, animation videos? I actually was gonna be an animator. I was gonna do animation on YouTube, and then video games. Too lazy for kids? It's not even a thing for me. Like, it wouldn't be a thing of being too lazy. It would be a thing of, I would stop taking care of myself. To a point that's unhealthy, and I'd probably have to go to a mental hospital. And the Minecraft. Well, as soon as I got my animation laptop, because I got gifted my laptop, the laptop I streamed on for a year. Like just about a full year. I streamed on my original laptop for over a year. It was literally falling apart. It's still falling apart. I have it. It's literally being held together by hockey tape right now. I'm not kidding. But as soon as I got that laptop, my first thing literally was Java Minecraft, because as a kid, I had dreamt for the day that I'd be able to play Java Minecraft, and at the age of 17, for the first time, yours truly got to touch Java Minecraft, and she never looked back. Unfortunately, the only thing I regret for that laptop is the fact that because it's broken, I can't really use it anymore. But if I could, 100%, I'd use that for drawing my emotes all the time. I'd download Krita and have Krita only on that laptop because it was meant for animating. It was a touchscreen, and I'd just draw all my emotes on there. I do it on my phone right now. I don't really like it, but they still look good, so it doesn't matter. How many times did you get mad at Valorant when you were little? I never played Valorant when I was little. I only recently started playing Valorant. I've only been playing for like 2 months. We might be coming up on that 3-month. I don't try to talk about it, but I also... I mean, this goes for everybody, but generally, even myself, just straight up, if I put my mind to something, I will succeed at it. I will find a way. Like, I just, unfortunately, when it comes to content creation, I just have had to take a step back from making videos a lot. Mainly because I haven't had the motivation. I've been trying to figure out what I can post. And I've been studying what works, what is getting popular, what isn't popular, and what, like, things work and what don't work. And I've been taking tidbits of tips, especially for streaming, and adding them to my streams and going from there. Eventually, some point in the near future, I will be hardcore grinding again like I was in high school. Ironically enough, even though I technically have more time, I lost a lot of time when I graduated high school. Alright, sounds good, Pod. Want to be an animator and a gamer. Love that for you. But I don't generally get that mad at Valorant. The only time I get mad is when I'm mad at myself for not doing well enough. I'm mad that I don't have good skills. And yeah. I get mad when I make stupid mistakes as well. But I get mad at me. Not at the game. I get mad at me. Sorry, I just hit my mic. Whoops. There we go. I get mad at myself. That is my biggest thing. I get annoyed with myself. I don't get annoyed with the people around me generally. There have been times that I've gotten annoyed or mad at like people that I've played with because I'm like, please just be aware of your surroundings. You're blocking me. But other than that, like, I don't care. We're having fun. We're supposed to be having fun playing the video game. That's all that matters at the end of the day. However, I would love to get good at Valorant so that I can, this is literally how I phrased it, so I can shit talk people who are being mean to me. AKA guys who don't know how to act around women. Because there's a lot of... Seriously. Go for it, Napkin. Go for it. Sorry I got quiet and I got super loud there, y'all. I was slouching back in my chair because I have been sitting in this chair since 5 o'clock now. I've gotten up like a few times, but it's been a day. I'm just waiting on questions now at this point. Oh, yeah. No, I was hoping you were doing that. Jeez, if you were typing them out, I would be like, oh my god. I'd have to pay you in some format, bro. I'd buy like a Valorant skin for you or something. Oh my god. Wait, have you been typing them all out? Okay. Okay. How's the process of going through applications and interviewing people? We have not started interviews yet. There'll be, I mean, if anything, I might, if people want me to, I could do an interview tonight. However, I would probably prefer to wait till tomorrow/Sunday to really start those. But we've already gone through the applications. If anything, like, I could tell you this. Like, right before or even during your interview, we'd go through your application just to double check, make sure we didn't miss anything. But, like, we've gone through every single one. And we already have a general idea of not only who we're interviewing, but who's not getting in. The biggest... Oh, sorry, I heard one of my siblings, I think, yelling. Weird. Anyway, the biggest conflicting factor is the fact that seemingly not a lot of people either read it or they just ignored the age requirement. As it is 16 now due to scheduling factors and a couple of other things. So unfortunately, if you are like 13, 14, and 15, you're 13 and 14-year-olds are not getting in, but it depending on the 15-year-old, because like some 15-year-olds said that they were really close to being 16, like they'll be 16 by the time lore starts or something like that. Those people might be getting in, like, taken into consideration. So, but 13 and 14-year-olds are not getting taken into consideration due to you just being generally too young. I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm really sorry to disappoint some people, though. I know that there's quite a couple of people who have been, like, really wanting to get in, but it is just, unfortunately, you're too young. 17th birthday is October 12th. Well, you're already 16th, so you're fine. Doesn't matter. You're 16. So, yeah. Happy early birthday, because I don't know if I'll remember to wish you happy birthday, because I don't even remember a lot of people's birthdays unless I've just known them for that long. Like, generally, my best friends are the only people that I really know birthdays, and my family. That's it. Other than that, I don't remember birthdays. I almost forgot about my birthday, like the fact that it was my birthday at one point. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. I forgot that, like, that day specifically had been my birthday. Because, like, I mean, even looking at the date, I just didn't think anything special of it. I don't care. I didn't care. You have a 3% to 8% chance of getting in because I'm 15 years old and I just turned 15 last month. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, man, you might be considered depending on whatever the case, but 13 and 14-year-olds are 100% not being considered, unfortunately, for you guys. Not to say that some of y'all didn't have good applications. It's just literally you're too young. So, I'm 16. Well, there you go. Oh, that too. Yeah. Yeah, so, like, I mean, for example, if you said something along the lines of, like, you just didn't, I mean, for example, actually, if you didn't have a character when we specifically said that it was a lore SMP, yeah, no, you're not getting interviewed, you're not getting in. So, yeah, there's that for you. Well, when will you be turning 16? Unless you don't want to share your birthday. Which in that case I would understand, because some people didn't share their birthdays, but they... Actually, no, scratch that. They didn't share with anybody except for me what their birthday was. Because I'm the owner. I kind of need to know to some format. As long as you're not too young, it don't matter to me, realistically. And as long as you're not, I guess, older than Zot, you're good. There's nothing wrong with that. March 19th? I mean, I would take into consideration, considering you'd be turning 16 within the next year. But if it's, like, literally next year around this time, you're not being considered, respectfully. But that's, like, 4 months, 5 months, technically. Did you read through any of the channels? There's so many channels with information on the SMP. There's like 3 of them that has not only the world lore, but also if you, because it was made, now it was made before apps closed, so, now, it was made before apps closed, but apps closed not too long after it was created, but there is an actual information YouTube channel. So if anything, you'll probably, again, you'll be contacted if you're going to be interviewed, and we'll look to set up an interview time, because within this next week, I want to get people interviewed so that we can announce the new members and then get started onto lore again. Because I've missed doing lore on Tall Tales. I love doing lore on Tall Tales, and I want to get these new members in because I'm excited. I've got some really high hopes for quite a few people. We had some really great applications, so I'm very excited. But also, Kayla, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to go back and look because it's been a day or two since I looked at applications. But I don't think yours is one of the bad ones. I'm gonna be completely honest. Yeah, no, all good. I don't think they had one of the bad ones. I think theirs was pretty good. I don't remember, though. There was quite a few good ones, so I'm running on 5 cups of coffee. Oof. Dude, please, if you're tired, go get some sleep, bro. I'm pretty sure you're one of the people that's, like, on the other side of the world. Go to bed. Dude, this is gonna be on the YouTube. Just listen to this as a podcast later. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, man. I'm good. I have a thing later. Okay, one last question. Go for it. And then I think we'll start to look to wrap things up because this is actually almost going longer than the original, whatchamacallit. Not application, QnA. 80% sure I'm getting in, but super excited to watch everyone have fun. Okay. Dude, there's so many villain arcs. I feel bad because some of them are just like, if they do end up getting in, like as long as their interview process goes well, if they get in, like I'm like, bro, sorry to disappoint, but like we already have way too many villain arcs going on. Just in general, like, I mean, if it wasn't already obvious, Halite and Zot were villains essentially for season 1, and technically are supposedly not necessarily the main villain for season 2, but they're still not exactly great people. Zot, ... Over my villain arc phase. Bro, I want a villain arc. I want a villain arc so bad, but it won't fit in the story. Not yet, at least. Teehee. But I was a villain. What? But I'm so chill. Bro. Do you not remember what happened during, what was it? Oh, yeah, it was during the court, the trial stream, where you, I mean, if you watched Zot's POV, you know, but like, this man's absolutely brutally destroyed Halite in the worst way. I don't want to have a villain arc, then don't have one, that's okay. I could have a villain arc, I guess. You can't gaslight us, it's recorded? I can though, Teehee. We need to redo that scene? Dude, you did it live, what do you mean? Buddy literally did it live. It is just like a villain. I was a villain once. Oh, Jesus. Unfortunately, Plex isn't here to testify, but like... Zot, shut up, okay? It's fine. I have no idea if I'm getting in, but if Bailey gets in, I'm gonna jump through my freaking roof. The audio cut. I know the audio cut, okay? I know, but it still happened, okay? It still happened. I mean, I could say something that could totally create an upset, but, the question is, should I? Honestly, that is a vibe. I've been told that I have a decent podcast voice, so now I'm curious. I think you're getting in. Oh, man. You guys want me to say it? Okay. There are 2 people that, even without the interview process, I already know they're getting in. I did not give a crap about what any admin said. I already knew they were getting in as soon as I saw their application. I will not confirm or deny that. That is all I'll say. I already know 2 people who are 100% getting in. Might even know a 3rd person, actually. I think I talked about 1 person, but the other 2 I have not spoken of with any admin. Will there be, like, times to warm up so we are ready for streams, you know? Oh, yeah, so, essentially what we do now, especially during season 2 as well, we're going to be doing what we call improv sessions. So essentially we'll just get together. It's not going to be like necessarily planned or scheduled, but it might be depending on how much it's really needed. But we'll essentially just kind of randomly get together in little groups or whatever and just act out as our characters. And you can essentially do it at any point of your character's life if you really wanted to. That's what we've done in the past, but it's got to still make sense. It's still got to make sense. And on top of that, now if you're referring to before lore streams, like right beforehand, we get together about a half hour before lore to discuss what's going to be happening, if people have any last minute questions, and just make sure everything's ready to go. I can also cry in command. I used to make my friends my quote-unquote friends at school feel guilty because they used to leave me out, so I'd actually start crying. Except for it was actually fake tears. Yeah, good times. Oh yeah, no, I could sound like it, dude. I just have to turn off the noise suppression. Masters of manipulation. I mean, yeah, I guess. It's fine. I mean, relatable. Relatable. I've only been doing, like, content and stuff like that for, like, 2 years. A little bit over 2 years now, so I'm not the most experienced, but I've been told things here and there, so... What do you mean, no? You mean no? That moment when I'm literally gonna DoorDash soda because I just want arts. I'm just gonna DoorDash a cup of soda. No, I'm gonna DoorDash like a case of it or something. Because I don't want to have to wait till tomorrow and it's too late to go out. So. Alright. Oof. Alright. But if that is that all of the questions? Does anybody have any other questions? Because if not, then... Yeah, essentially. Speak now or forever hold your peace. But you can also, again, you can ask later. I don't think that's happening. Oh, damn. That just sucks, bro. That flat out just sucks, dude. Can we game? Maybe. I'm tired, I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten 4 hours of sleep, so... Will there be blooper videos? Oh, I think there actually already is some on, like, TikTok. On, like, people's TikToks. They've got some bloopers. There's also bloopers, on certain people's channels already. Yeah, exactly. Let the gaming commence. If anything, if we actually do, like, a bit of a game night here, I gotta dip out for a bit. I'll be back, and I'll, like, make an announcement or something, whether that's happening. But I got a couple of things that I gotta take care of. I did not think this was gonna go as late as it did, so... Yeah, possibly see you guys later, if anything. Nobody has any other questions, though? Nobody has any other questions? I just want to double check. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have to leave right now, but it's just a general, like, I need to get going at some point because I just need to get it done tonight. I don't need to do it right now, though. Okay. You lost it? Oh. Well, if you think of it, feel free to, I mean, I'll ping you. Yeah. If you remember it, ping me in the, whatchamacallit chat. The, Season 2 application member chat thingy. Yeah, go for it, man. If you just want to go and hang out in a VC, guys, like, feel free to talk. That one? Yeah, yeah. Because not, regular people don't have access to that. Whoops, I clicked on that in the wrong whatchamacallit. I meant to go in... Long story short, I'm recording from the window version of Discord. So, like, my actual app I have open, but I opened Discord in my, Opera browser, so wish I could chat with Season 2 applicants. You probably could. I mean, you probably can still just do that. Like, they join the VCs, man. They do. They really do. I just know that, I was informed by certain people that they just weren't able to make it, so they were, like, asking me this was getting recorded or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's getting recorded. It's epic. So. Alright, well, if that is absolutely everything, I think we're gonna go on ahead and end this Q&A for the night. I will make an announcement if we're gonna be playing some games within the next half hour or so. So just keep an eye out. But yeah, if that is everything, maybe I'll join you guys in VC later. But bye-bye for now. I will see you guys whenever I see you. But realistically, a big group gathering like this again will happen probably when we announce the official members that are joining. So bye-bye!